Welcome to English commentary at the rate of UPM. This is Suhaib, and today I'm going to talk about two big news actually. The first one is, of course, about the Sri Lanka and Australia, and there is the last line of the year to the west written by P.B. Shelley, and that's exactly about the Sri Lanka. And he says in the last line of his beautifully written poem. And he says, if winter comes, can spring be far behind? This is exactly what is happening to Sri Lanka. As a few months ago, we were hearing that Sri Lanka is going to face, Sri Lanka is hit by a severe financial crisis. And their people were suffering, and still they are, of course, because of the political and economic policies of the government. But finally they have come up with good news, especially their cricket team has brought back the happiness to the faces of their fans. So yesterday there was a match played at Primadasa, Colombo, where Sri Lanka batted first and they scored 258 with the excellent 100 by Srilanka's maiden ODI century, and they were able to put 258 runs on board. All out. They could not play all 50 overs quota. In response to 258, Australia could only manage to score 254 with 99 by David Warner, and he choked the 99 and lost his wicket, and of course Australia lost the game as well. And this is a hair breadth victory for Sri Lanka, as they won this game by a narrow margin of 4 runs. Australia needed 19 runs in the last over, although they had Patrick Cummins at the crease, but he could also not manage to win the game for Australia. So this is the first victory for the Islanders, the severely economically hit Islanders. This is the first victory for them against Australia after 2010. The last one series against Australia in Australia, under the captaincy of the great Kumar Sangakkara, where they beat Australia by 2-1 in the series. So this is the first news, and of course, I have told this news because Pakistan is going to tour Sri Lanka next month. This of course is the second news of the day. Pakistan Chief Selector Mohammad Wasim has announced the squad for the Sri Lanka tour. Pakistan is supposed to play 2 test matches against Sri Lanka. The first test match is scheduled to be played at Galle, and that match will begin on 16th of July. And the second test will be followed by the first one, and that will be played at Colombo on 24th of July. Now I'll be talking about the squad that's been announced. That's pretty interesting to discuss. The names of some new faces in the side and some old faces coming back into the side. Of course, we all know that Babar Azam is the captain. Here's the list. Of course, 18 players have been announced by the chief selector. Babar Azam will be captain. Mohammad Rizwan, the wicketkeeper, vice captain. Abdullah Shafiq, Azhar Ali, Fahim Ashraf, Fawad Alam, Haris Rauf, Hassan Ali, Imamul Haq, Muhammad Nawaz, Naseem Shah, Noman Ali, Salman Ali Agha. He is obviously the new inclusion in the side. Sarfraz Ahmed, our old captain. He was in the headlines a few days ago because of his winning the ICC Champions Trophy back in 2017 against India, but he is not given the chances these days because Rizwan has been doing well for Pakistan. Saud Shakir, of course, is the next one, and Shaheen Afridi, our pace spearhead, alongside Haris Rauf and Hassan Ali and Naseem Shah, and of course Shan Masood. And last but not least is Yasir Shah. Yasir Shah has been included in the side after a hiatus of a year or so. Pakistan last toured Sri Lanka back in 2015, and Pakistan won that series by 2-1. Yasir Shah was the main architect behind that victory because he took 24 wickets in all those 3 test matches at the average of 19.33. So he'll be key for Pakistan in this test series if Pakistan is to win this, because Pakistan is currently at number 5 in the ICC test ranking, so they'll be looking to improve their position after winning this series, but they'll have to work extremely hard to beat this new look island side, because they have found some new faces in their side: Kushal Mendes, Srilanka, Shanaka, and of course some fast bowlers. They'll be really hindering Pakistan's winners. Obviously, we all know that Sri Lankan tracks, they are very, very much spin friendly tracks, so Pakistan will have to counter that. But I'll be talking about some of the not so much liked choices by the Pakistanis, especially Fawad Alam should not be included in the team, and I guess Shan Masood should be given an opportunity in place of Fawad Alam, because he badly failed in the last series against Australia, so Pakistan cannot afford to go with Fawad Alam in the next game that's going to be played against Sri Lanka. And we all know that Shan Masood is the player who scored 125 in one of the matches where Pakistan chased 377 in Sri Lanka, where Yunus Khan also scored a century. So I personally believe that Shan Masood should be given the chance alongside Abdullah Shafiq, Rizwan Babar and Azhar Ali instead of Fawad Alam. So that's news for today. Pakistan will have to work hard to repeat the performance. That's all from today. See you in the next video. Till then, it's goodbye.